Welcome to Vishwakarma from LearnBiz. The Vishwakarma game simulates the operational aspects of brick and mortar companies, demand forecast, production schedule, capacity expansion, warehouse setup, stock outs, cost effective delivery, and many more. The firms or the teams you're part of in this game cater to the same marketplace and start with a factory, a warehouse, and some cash. Every round, which executes each minute, is equivalent to one Vishwakarma day. You will be required to apply concepts of optimum order quantity, optimum batch size, networking, profit maximization, and many other related concepts to excel. The marketplace has five regions having their own demand profiles. Consider a country, say Australia, divided into five different states. Every state has a certain demand of a commodity. You're a producer of that commodity and you have to produce and supply it to the customers. At start of the simulation, you have one factory location and one warehouse located in one of the states. Over time, you will take capital decisions on capacity expansion and warehouse setup along with solving the transportation problem as you also have three different modes of transportation. As participants, you have the option to set up three factories and five warehouses and also choose to operate with three types of transportation, each differing in capacity, cost, and time, which are flight, truck, and pickup. In order to succeed, as teams, you have to forecast the demand and accordingly plan its capacity, need of other factory and warehouse setups. Your firm also has to manage stocks in the warehouse so as to avoid stockouts and resulting loss in meeting the demand. And obviously, select the most cost effective transportation mode. The firm starts with a single factory, capacity of 80 units per day, and a warehouse with no inventory and 2 lakh as cash. There are three locations where a factory can be set up. At the start of the game, you have a factory at one of the locations. A new factory can be set up at other locations. The time taken to build a new factory is 40 days and the minimum daily capacity should be 30 units. The fixed cost of a new factory setup is 1 lakh and variable cost is 5,000 per unit. The capacity expansion can be scheduled at any factory setup. The time taken to build new capacity is 25 days. The variable cost is 5,000 per unit. Please note that at a time, only one capacity expansion can take place at a factory. The cost of production of one unit is only 10 as compared to selling price of 600. A factory has storage capacity of only 200 units. If the finished units at a factory exceed 200 units, then an inventory holding cost of 5 per additional unit per day will have to be incurred. Warehouse. There are 5 locations where a warehouse can be set up. At the start of the game, you have a warehouse at one of the locations. A new warehouse can be set up at other locations. The time taken to build a new warehouse is 15 days. The fixed cost of a new warehouse setup is 50,000. The warehouse has unlimited capacity, but it costs 5 per unit per day to keep the stocks. Demand profiles of the regions. Region A is delight. Their consumption pattern is akin to spikes every 30 days. It is as if they spend everything when they get a salary. The demand varies between 250 and 300 units per day for a period of 4 days every 30 days. Region B, Bangalorean. Their consumption pattern is like a staircase. It is as if a newer capacity addition is taking place every now and then. The starting demand is 5 units per day, increasing by another 5 to 6 units after every 30 days. Region C, Chenema. Their consumption pattern is seasonal. It is more like a sine curve starting from zero, reaching the crescendo and then falling back to zero. The peak demand is around 30 units per day. A season in Vishwakarma world is 60 days long. Region D, Kolkatan. They have a constant consumption pattern. It is as if the business cycle does not exist. The daily demand is anything between 40 to 50 units. Region E, Mumbai. Their consumption pattern is like a slope. It is as if every day someone comes there to stay permanently. The starting demand is 30 units per day and increases at a rate of 3 units every 4 days. Transportation. There are 3 types of transportation modes available: flight, truck, pickup. In a flight mode, a unit of delivery through flight costs 400. Also, flight has a minimum batch size of 50 if flown from remote locations. Truck. A unit of delivery through truck costs 50. Also, truck has a minimum batch size of 200 if used in remote locations. Pickup cost. A unit of delivery through pickup costs 150. Also, pickup has a minimum batch size of 100 if used in remote locations. The delivery from factories can only be done by flight or a truck. Also, a minimum batch size is applicable to deliveries from factories. Delivery from warehouses can be done by flight or a truck or a pickup. There is no minimum batch size applicable to deliveries from warehouses. Area map. The area map gives you the location of active and non-active factories and warehouses. Factory dashboard. In the factory dashboard, you can decide to start or stop production and also prioritize the warehouses and the transportation to be used. Graph. Warehouse business time. The graph shows the inventory position in each warehouse every time period. Cash position versus time. The graph shows the cash position every time period. Lost demand versus time. The graph shows the demand lost in every region every time period. Cash breakup versus time. The graph shows the various cash components every time period. Now let's start playing the game in our next video. Thank you.